Hello, good morning. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is the first video that you're watching. My name is Lauren and I am a first year, first grade teacher, and we are here in my classroom. Today is going to be the second video of my classroom cleanup series. I am going to be here for probably about like 2.5 hours. The way that it works for us, at least in our school, is that we can come like any day this week between 8 and 2, but keep in mind we're also still in school and I have my live lessons at noon every day. So I came right at 8 and then I'll probably leave about 11 just to give me enough time to get back to my house and ready before our live lesson. So that gives me some time here, but I'll probably have to come in like today and then tomorrow, and then on Friday we don't have a live lesson, so if I need to come in like all day Friday I can, but I'm just gonna take it in steps, and I think honestly I will be able to get a lot done today even in just a few hours. So for now I have with me painter's tape and plastic tablecloths, so we don't have to take things down off of the walls. Thank goodness, because that would be a big headache. Even though some of the boards I might want to change once it comes to like classroom setup after summer's over, I might want to change some things, but for right now I'm just gonna cover them up and then I can change them when we get to that point. So anyways, right now the first thing I'm going to do with the painter's tape is label all of the chairs, all of the tables, every single piece of furniture, because everything gets taken out, and then once they've waxed the floors it gets put back into whatever room it has a number on it for. And I have all of like the newer tables in our building, and not like there are only 6 and I have all 6. There's just like 2 models of tables floating around, and all of my tables are the one model, which I love. And then also I have all of like one model of chair, which I love because you guys know me, and if I had like half one kind, half the other, I would have some heart palpitations. So anyways, I'm gonna label all of the tables and all of the chairs, and then I also have to label like my stools and my desk chairs and the bookcases and like literally everything. So I am just gonna get my painter's tape out and go to town. Okay, everything that is not bolted down to the floor has my room number on it, and some things my name as well. So now I am going to actually do a little bit of like cleaning things out, and I know that that is something I could leave for like set up next year, but there's a lot of things in these cabinets that I didn't know what to do with, but I never used. And now I need to take like all of the manipulatives and stuff that are over here and the books from my library and put those away so they're not like on display on furniture like in the classroom. And there's no room for me to put anything in one of these cabinets because it's full of like workbooks from curriculums long abandoned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of those out and put them in the hallway so that they can be removed from my room, and then I will have cabinet space to put our manipulatives away, to put the books away, because those are things that belong to me and that I need to be in our room next year. So I want to put this cabinet to good use. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning it out, and we'll see how much space I'm able to make. My goodness, this is definitely going to become a 2-day vlog adventure. But since I last updated you guys with labeling things, I think is where I left off, I have just been going to town. So I'm sorry that I didn't move the phone around and record everything. Just honestly wanted to get a lot done so that I could feel a little bit at peace and stop feeling like I needed to be two places at once. You know that we're still teaching and I want to be fully present with my kiddos every day in our live lessons, but it's really hard to do that knowing that I had this kind of like weighing over me needing to get done as well. So I just kind of set my phone down. I was listening to an audiobook, Love Without Borders by Ibram. She has a YouTube channel as well, but I love her and her heart for others, and her family story is absolutely incredible if you're looking for something to listen to. But anyways, I just had that audiobook going and I got a lot done. So let me quickly just show you what I've done. The library is all broken down. All of the books got moved over to that one where the metal part closes over the shelf, as well as some are here on this one. And then I put all of these containers in this cabinet. So all of my manipulatives are stored. So there's that. I went ahead and took everything down off of the front board and sorted each section into bags. So those are done. All of the books that were on the brown bookcase over there got put away into crates that are now in my front little alcove window, and all of my monthly read aloud buckets are there, as well as my rainbow cart and my white guided reading cart are all like Tetrised in up there. And then I went ahead and moved the brown bookcase over here so that it would be out of the way. I need to go sweep over there because there was some stuff underneath it. And then I just have a bunch of stuff that got moved in over here. And now it is 10:59, so I need to go ahead and head home. That way I am home for my live lesson at noon, but I will touch bases with y'all tomorrow when I come back to cover boards and kind of like tie up any loose ends. Hello, good morning. We are back in the classroom. This will be my last day of classroom cleanup. I do need to come in tomorrow just to get the para that was in our classroom her belongings. So I'll be here tomorrow, but I don't really have much to do. So I'm going to take you guys through what I have left really quickly and then we'll get started. I do need to cover my bulletin boards and I bought plastic tablecloths to do that. So I'm going to do that today. And then I also need to clear the top of my desk. I don't have to take everything out of it, but the top needs to be cleaned. And then I'm also thinking that I'm going to take the like shiplap paper and the tassels down, just because they're like not very nicely put on there, like they're not super secure, and I know that it will be a headache to move that piece of furniture while trying to accommodate like the decoration of it. So I'm going to take that down, and I can do that again next year, or not next year, after summer, next school year. If I want to decorate my desk again, I will. It won't take that long, and it will save our custodial staff a big headache in moving it. So I'm going to take all of that stuff off, clean the desk, cover all of my bulletin boards. I have a few things in my car that I want to move into my classroom that have been like at home, different books I've picked up and stuff like that. But really I should be done here in like, I don't want to be overly optimistic, so I'm going to say 2 hours, but same thing as yesterday. I have to leave around 11 so that I can be home for my live lesson. Right now it's 8:30, so I only have 2.5 hours, but I think we will be okay. So let's get started. guys. Just like I thought, it was pretty quick. Right now it's about 10 o'clock, so I ended up only spending about an hour and a half here today, combined with the 3 hours yesterday, which is crazy because that means that aside from student belongings, closing down my room took a grand total of 4.5 hours compared to the 14 days it took to intentionally set everything up. So that is wild, but I have one more thing to do. There is one of the little storage shelf sections right there under the windows that I do have books in. So what I'm going to do, I have one plastic tablecloth left, and I'm just going to tape it over that opening. That way when they come to do the floors, none of the floor wax like splashes onto the books and the shelves because they are so close to the floor. And luckily as my last tablecloth, I only had one left, so I'm going to go tape that up and then I'm out of here. I've already packed up my car with like the curriculum things I needed. So crazy, 4.5 hours and we're done. All of the furniture is labeled. All of the boards are covered with the exception of the long upper board. We don't have to cover that one, I guess, is what I've been told. I went ahead and rolled up my rugs. You guys know that I bought these with donation, and I just want to make sure that they make their way back here. So I rolled them up and labeled them with our room number. There's a lot of things stuck in that little alcove, but that's it. Alrighty, y'all, that is all she wrote. It is Friday. I just came in quickly to return our paraprofessional's belongings to her, and I don't have any other reason to be here, so I need to go, but it is crazy to walk out of this classroom. And before I do that, I just wanted to give a very heartfelt thank you to all of you. When I reflect to the beginning of this year and how alone I felt in starting my first year teaching, this community really brought me out of that and made me realize that this is such a collaborative effort, and I just owe a lot to you guys. So thank you for being here through my first year. I guess this is the last time I can stand in this room and say I'm a first year, first grade teacher.